last night. So here we go. We are on the worksheet for 0.2, is that right? Okay, and we're on 3E, and they want us to take negative 8s plus 5 times this lonely little negative 6s. Well, let me ask you here, in that first set of parentheses, how many terms are there? 2, right? 2 terms. The terms are negative 8s and the 5, the positive 5. Okay? Those are the 2 terms. How many terms are here in the second parenthesis? Just 1. Okay? Negative 6s in its entirety is called a term. When things are attached with a sign, a coefficient, and a letter, and even an exponent, that's a term. So if you have 1 term times 2 other terms, what property do we need? The distributive property. Okay? So if you want to write it out the long way, you would write negative 8s times negative 6s. And I'm going to show that for a moment, but it's going to disappear because I don't want the screen to fill up too much. So the first arc of the distributive property would look like this. Negative 8s times negative 6s. That would be the first arc. The second arc would be 5 times negative 6s. Okay, so you need to think about what those 2 multiplication problems would give you. You're doing, this is like a bonus problem. It's buy 1, get 1 free. All right, you got 1 problem, you get to do 2. So what do we get when we do that first arc? When you do negative 8 times negative 6, say it.
48.
You get positive 48, right? You get positive 48. Then you have an s times an s, which makes s squared. Separately, in the other set, I'm done with this. I'm done with that. Now I'm going to do the positive 5 times the negative 6s. It's a positive times a negative. What's that? Multiply the numbers. 30. Does the s have a buddy to combine with to make s squared this time? Just a lonely old s. So now we have 2 terms, right? We went from 2 terms times 1 term down to just 2 terms, and you're done. You can't combine them. You can't solve for s. You can't combine them because one is squared and one is not. Okay? So you're done. The answer is 48s squared minus 30s.